This vehicle drives, but the speed, gear and RPM values reveal the real problem. Here, the car is already at 44 miles per hour, but it's still in the first gear and the engine is above 4400 RPM. That is the problem. As the car gains speed, the transmission should shift up, and every shift should drop the RPM before it climbs again. So in this tutorial, we'll fix the chaos vehicle transmission and tune the car to behave more realistically. This tutorial is going to be essential for the next one, which is about engine sound. The engine sound follows the vehicle's RPM, so if the car physics or transmission settings are wrong, the sound will also feel wrong. Let's open up car blueprint. Here we are going to focus on vehicle movement component. So let's click on it and go to details panel. I want to start with vehicle mass. Mass controls how heavy the car feels in the physics simulation. If it's too low, the car accelerates too easily and can feel more like an arcade car. If the mass is closer to the real vehicle, the engine and transmission have to work harder, so the acceleration feels more believable. This car is based on a large luxury sedan, so 1500 kilograms is a little too light. I'm gonna increase it to 1830. Mass alone does not fix everything. After changing mass, let's search for RPM. RPM stands for revolutions per minute. It tells us how fast the engine is spinning. So when the RPM value is low, the engine is rotating slowly. For this type of large V8 sedan, we don't need a very high red line. This is not a race car engine. So something around 50-100 is suitable for max RPM. I'm gonna put 5200. The idle RPM is the engine speed when the car is running, but we are not pressing the throttle. So when the vehicle is stopped and the engine is on, I want this to be around 700. Alright, change up RPM controls when the automatic transmission shifts to the next gear. If this value is too high, the car holds each gear for too long. Therefore, the RPM stays high. For this vehicle and according to the other settings that we're applying, 3800 is suitable. I want to say that I'm not a car expert, so I don't want to pretend these values are perfect. I searched for real-world reference values for this type of car, then used them for the chaos vehicle. The important thing is not to copy these numbers blindly. You need to first understand the usage, then test it for your vehicle. Okay, let's talk about change down RPM, which is obvious now. This controls when the automatic transmission shifts back to a lower gear. If the engine RPM drops too low, the car can feel weak or unresponsive. The transmission downshifts to give the engine more power again. Let's set it to 1700. Alright, let's move on and talk about torque. Let's search for torque. You can see there is a torque curve here. Torque is the twisting force produced by the engine's crankshaft. The crankshaft is a rotating part of the engine that eventually sends the power through transmission to the wheels. So torque tells us how strongly the engine can pull the car forward. Torque curve is going to tell the chaos vehicle at this RPM use this percentage of max torque. When I set this up for the first time in the second part of vehicle series, I added just one key and set the value to 1. This basically tells at all times, at all RPMs, the engine already has 100% of its max torque, which is not how a real vehicle engine works in real life. All the values in this curve are going to be normalized. If you hover over the label, you can see it says torque normalized for a given RPM. So we're going to specify a range of RPMs, which is going to be the x-axis. Then each of those RPMs gets a normalized value, which is going to be the y-axis. If you click on this key here, you can see it says time over value. These are the generic labels that Unreal is showing us. But in fact, time is going to be RPM. For this, I'm gonna create an external curve. Then set this here. Go to Data Assets folder inside the main folder. Let's create a vehicle folder. Now here create a curve folder. Now right click and from miscellaneous, choose curve. We definitely want a curve float. Okay, I'm gonna name it C for curve, underline torque, then the car model. Alright, let's open it up. These are the values that I'm going to put in this curve. Torque is going to be weak at very low RPM, strong in the middle, then drops near high RPM. This is how your curve should look like. Let's set this to torque curve. Alright, max torque is the highest torque value that engine can produce. But we don't want max torque at all times. So we set a torque curve which is going to be multiplied by max torque. I'm gonna change the value to 420. Very well. The last thing we need to set up correctly is gear ratios. We have forward gear ratios and reverse gear ratios. The real car originally has a 4-speed transmission, but for this Unreal setup I'm going to use 5 gears instead. So I'm gonna delete the extra gears. Alright, a gear ratio controls how much the torque is multiplied before reaching the wheels. For example, first gear multiplies engine torque a lot, so the car can start moving from a stop. So for this vehicle, for first gear ratio, I'm gonna put 3.87. Let me also set the rest of them. Okay, you can see the fifth gear is the lowest among others, which is going to give much lower RPM at higher speeds, like our torque curve. Very well, for reverse gear we are going to have only one gear, so let's delete the last one. Excellent. Now if we test the car and watch the values, the behavior is much better. As the car accelerates, the RPM rises, then the transmission shifts up, the gear number changes, and the RPM drops before climbing again. That is the kind of behavior we want. Alright, that's it for this part. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.